Castlevania Order of Ecclesia is a well-regarded entry in the long-running Castlevania series. Released for the Nintendo DS in 2008, it has generally favorable reviews with an 85 score on Metacritic. I played this game on a 3DS XL and I beat it in 17 hours and 51 minutes. The story follows Shanoa, a member of the Ecclesia organization, which has developed a system of magical glyphs to combat Dracula in the absence of the Belmont clan. Avoiding any major spoilers in the beginning, Shanoa loses her memories and abilities. Her journey involves recovering these glyphs and uncovering the antagonist's true intentions. I feel pretty indifferent to Shanoa as a character. She doesn't really show a lot of personality or anything, and her dialogue is generally pretty robotic, which I can't tell if it's intentional or not based on the fact that she's lost her memories.
Saved!
The central gameplay mechanic is the glyph system. Shanoa can absorb and equip glyphs that grant her various abilities, such as weapon attacks, spells, and transformations. Players can assign glyphs to the X, Y, and R buttons on the DS, and there are a large variety of glyphs. However, I dislike the combo mechanic where you have to press X and Y repeatedly, alternately, in order to attack fast. So X, Y, X, Y, X, Y in order to attack. I personally would have preferred something a bit simpler, and it doesn't really work well. A lot of the times you're hitting X and Y and your attacks stop coming out and you end up just getting hit because of it. Now, to be fair, this could just be an issue with the 3DS in general and me specifically, because I have larger hands and it's difficult for me to hold the 3DS comfortably and use the buttons comfortably. But I mean, come on, you gotta admit the joystick on the 3DS is not the best and the D-pad is very, very small. So a game like this that requires a lot of precision and movement for combat, it can be quite difficult. Order of Ecclesia features a mix of linear and non-linear levels. Players explore a series of interconnected stages, including forests, villages, and finally Dracula's castle. I actually loved the different level designs, and I really like the fact that after, you know, all these different levels that you go to, Dracula's castle just shows up, and it's massive and huge, and there's a lot to explore. I really like that. Okay, when it comes to the difficulty, I think that the game is a bit overtuned with some of the difficulty. Some of the bosses have some really dreadful design and a very high health pool, and my god, the majority of the enemies in this game were designed with just maximum annoyance in mind. Maximum annoyance. Most of the enemies in the game are just more frustrating to fight than fun, and so navigating, especially in Dracula's castle, navigating that place is not fun because just every enemy you come across is just annoying and tedious to deal with. I felt like leveling was tuned way down in this one. You barely get any level ups, definitely way less than in Symphony of the Night, and it felt more like a grind to get levels, and it didn't feel worth it. So I kind of fought all the bosses pretty much under leveled, which made it even harder. Oh shit, he's going up. The graphics are pretty nice. There's detailed sprite work and atmospheric backgrounds that bring the gothic setting to life. The music is composed by Michiru Yamane and Yasuhiro Ichihashi. I felt that the soundtrack left a little bit to be desired. There wasn't really any standout tracks to me. I didn't hate it, don't get me wrong, but I like the soundtrack of Symphony of the Night a lot better. But I mean, this soundtrack, it was okay. It was solid, especially for a DS game.
What now? Next one coming up.
I think Order of Ecclesia offers significant replay value through its multiple endings, optional quests, and secret areas. Completing the game unlocks new modes like boss rush mode and hard mode. So if you really enjoy the game, there's incentive for multiple playthroughs. So I think Castlevania Order of Ecclesia is a good game for fans of Metroidvanias and fans of the Castlevania series. It has a unique glyph system, challenging gameplay, and atmospheric presentation. The game has a lot of potential. Unfortunately, poor controls, frustrating enemies, and some really badly designed bosses make it a frustrating experience half the time and really put a hamper on the overall experience.